we're back. Howdy y'all, this is Ethan Bonreal playing more Oracle of Seasons, and last time we were here, we made our way into the sunken city with the help of our animal pal Dimitri, and this time around we are going to take Dimitri to help us find the Zora Flippers, which is going to let us swim on our own unaided, which is going to let us get to the next area so we can meet a flying bear and make some fight. We're also going to Sabrosia too, spoilers. So, to do all this shit, we do need our giant lizard dragon swimming friend, Dimitri, like I said, so we're gonna take him. And, holy shit, this fucker always has shit to say. So, the pesky kid has come. I won't let you stand up to me anymore. This time, victory will be mine, sure nerd. Well, we're gonna murder him later, don't you worry about that. But in the meantime, we gotta take this dinosaur and swim him up some waterfalls, because that's what he's here for. Sadly, even though Dimitri is really fucking cool, because he's a giant swimming dinosaur monster, he is, like, really actually kind of useless after you get the Zora Flippers, because Link can do everything that Dimitri does by himself. And Ricky, unlike Dimitri, who is the kangaroo friend, can murder the shit out of people, which we can kind of do, but we can't do it as quickly as him. The other friend, Moosh, is very useful and very practical. However, I fucking hate Moosh. I hate what his sprite looks like. I hate how he is designed. He looks really fucking silly to me. I don't know why. I think it's because his tiny-ass wings look really fucking silly to me. So you'll see what I mean in a little bit, though. Moosh is a giant flying blue bear. And that basically describes his abilities. He's really big and he can fly, and in a game with bottomless pits, flying is very useful, but I refuse to use him unless I absolutely have to. There we go. Here's your plaque. So y'all are probably wondering what the fuck I was even doing in that cave. So we were supposed to talk to this dude first, go to the cave, get the plaque, and then come back, but instead, I just said fuck that, and I went straight to the cave, because I've already beat this game and I know what to do, so I don't have to talk to the NPCs to guide me. But now that we got the Zora Flippers, we actually literally will never need Dimitri again, which is sad for him, but okay for us, because I don't give a fuck. Although, actually, the one thing Dimitri can do that we will never be able to do is swim up waterfalls. However, that never becomes an issue again in the game, and there's no, like, secret areas to access that require you to go up waterfalls anymore, I believe, outside of some of the ones that we skipped in the previous area. But oh well. Oh man. So how y'all doing? I'm doing just dandy. I was thinking about how I have kind of changed in my gaming taste and desires. So, as I might have mentioned, this game was really fucking hard to me as a child, really for no reason other than my brain was still growing or some shit, I don't know. But I think that had partly to do with, like, I just became very captivated by, like, the worlds I visited in video games as a gay child, and that was kind of how I, like, dealt with my gay sadness. And I still use video games to deal with my gay sadness, but... the fuck? What's that? It's so weird. I'll trade you. This ore for it. Thanks. Okay, goodbye. See ya, nerd. Okay. Well, that's no good. Get your feather back. So, this rock is nice and all, but I want my feather back. So we're gonna go ahead and follow those kids and murder them and take my fucking feather back, because I need it. Let's go bury some treasure. Make sure no one sees us. If anyone does, run. It's cute that they think they can get away from me. But like I was saying, I mostly played games to, like, kind of, like, to an extent escape reality, and the other extent to just kind of dream of something different, where me as a little fucking nerd could be a hero or some shit, or have friends and stuff, which is also laughable. That was a little bit mean. Which is also, to me at that point in time, seemed impossible, as likely as it seemed that I would, like, save the world or some shit. But, now that I'm an adult, I just play video games to deal with my gay sadness by being mean to nerds on the internet, TBH. I love to talk shit. Fuck! Saw me. That was my bad. Alright, let's try this again. I basically use it as an excuse to talk shit on the internet to deal with my gay despair. And that's totally fine, because I'm one of many. I am gay legion, because I know a lot of people actually fucking do that. It's wonderful. But this is about where I would 100%. This is like the hard wall I would hit when I was playing this game. This fucking section right here where you're trying to chase these fuckers down and get your feather back. Like, I would legit completely restart the game at this point in time, because in my little gay mind, I thought if I just reset the game, maybe it'd be fucking different, and it wouldn't be an issue. Like, I would replay through it, and for some reason I wouldn't have to do this part, but that was definitely 100% a lie. I had to do shit on my nuts, dude. God damn it. Alright, let's try this one more again. I would just, I don't know, I would do that with Pokemon too. Like, if I got stuck in a section, I would just completely restart the game, delete my file, and start over, and just hope that I didn't have to do it this time around. But I know now that that's not how fucking video games work. Which I guess shows that I matured a lot or some shit, or maybe when I was... Fuck! See, this is what happens when I'm flapping my goddamn mouth like this. Alright, we're gonna do it one more again. We're gonna get it this time. I'm not gonna fuck up. It's like I'm 12 again. But I would get to this part, I would fucking delete my save file out of quasi-nerd rage, and just start all over, and just assume that maybe they wouldn't steal my feather this time, and it would always fucking happen, and I would get here and restart again, and then I just finally would not play the game until I was like 14, which is when I finally beat it. Much like much like Ocarina of Time, where I got the game, and I didn't beat it until like I was 14 or 15, despite it being out for 5,000 years. But I actually beat Wind Waker before Ocarina of Time, I think. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know how the fuck I managed that, because Wind Waker, if you're like a quasi-incompetent 13-year-old, that game is actually probably kind of hard as far as the scale and scope of it go. Not because it's like a complicated game, but there's just so much shit to do. And I feel like I would have had trouble with some of the puzzles. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I had like a brain spurt or some shit, and I learned real good, and so I was able to deal with it. I remember thinking Wind Waker was actually kind of fucking easy, too. And Ocarina of Time, when I finally went back and played it when I was 14 and 15, was also really easy, much like this game was. So I do think maybe it was like I was just still developing or some shit, or I needed to mellow out, I don't know. Alright, we made it. So we need to whip out our shovel real quick here. There we go. And get this shit. That's good, come on. Let's go find more treasure. Okay, anyway, I'm taking my feather back. You got your feather back, now return the ore. Nope. Well, actually, they return it for you. I kind of wanted to keep it, though. It looked kind of neat. Oh, man. I remember when I was, like, during this period of time where I was rage quitting at this part, I would literally, like, be looking gay as all hell. I would be, like, in the bowling alley, because my dad bowled occasionally during the week after he got off his job, as his adult interaction, or whatever the shit that was. And he would, like, plop me down, and I would just have my Game Boy on, and he eventually got me, like, he gave me these big-ass headphones, and not, like, big ones in the cute way, like people wear now, but, like, big, old, obnoxious, like, he used them when he used to be a DJ, but they weren't, like, studio quality, headphones. They were just really big. They were from the 80s, and I would just plop down, listening to that, oh my god, what am I doing? Listening to that fucking obnoxious song that plays while you're chasing them, repeatedly, because I just couldn't fucking beat it, and then I would just decide to rage quit. There we go. Actually, you know what? For completion's sake, I'm gonna show y'all something. There's something down here. It's like, Gaseous Seed. Gasha. I don't even know how to pronounce that shit. You can tell I'm starting to get tired, because I'm getting annoyed with my own speech patterns. I took a ZZZ pill before I started recording this to prep myself for bed. But I wanted to record an episode before I went to bed, because I keep going to bed and not recording, and I want to. But, I probably should have mentioned the whole reason we came to Sabrosia is because there's, a nature spirit or some shit that we gotta speak to, because we need the spring power. Gotta prepare my spring voice. I am the spirit of spring. Rock-hard buds bloom in their spring. It is a season of discovery. To think that I can add to the power of the hero with the triangle symbol. I loan you the power, the spirit of spring. Oh, that's cool. Dandy. Spring is actually probably one of the most boring seasons as far as a gameplay element, because really, what it essentially does is just allow you to... Well, it does two important things. For one, it's not all fucking icy, so water is melted and stuff, so the water is going to be kind of deeper. And then two, fuck on my dick. There we go. And then two, it's going to make flowers that are normally rock hard, for some reason, I don't know why they're like that, bloom so that you can actually cut through them. So basically it just like removes barriers that you normally can't traverse, which is kind of boring, because like in winter, in the very least, like the snow piles up and shit. Well, I guess it's the same way, but the snow piles up and lets you access new areas, and also the map is blue, which is a good color. And in fall, the map is also red and blue, which is also a good set of colors. But spring is just fucking green, my guy. Oh, let me go change it. And then summer has the vines and shit, which I love. I love summer. It's actually my favorite season IRL too. Because summer always reminds me of my childhood, for better or worse. Oh shit, changed it too many times. Because what I remember most about my childhood is being hot and humid and walking around barefoot all the fucking time. And I think, in retrospect, my childhood kind of reminded me of the difference between my father and my mother's childhood, because my father grew up in a very urban area, and my mother grew up in a quasi-rural area. And then later oh shit, I gotta go get it. So this little blue fucker here is Moosh, the person I was talking, or the bear I was talking about earlier. And you can see, if you are astute, you can see why I fucking don't like this fucker, because his wings look really silly to me. So I actually don't really hate Moosh, but as a child I just thought he looked so fucking silly, because he had those tiny ass wings for no fucking reason. So we gotta pick up this chicken and we gotta go flying. You gotta button mash to keep flying here. I forgot how this... Yeah, you just keep button mashing. There we go. And then it completes the rest of the trip for you. This is actually also a really annoying segment. So, there were very rare occasions where I got to this part, but I guarantee you that, like, after this shit, it just got too hard, because Moosh, you have to do, like, a very complicated to a 12-year-old jumping sequence with Moosh after you get these bananas, and it is like 100% what made me give up playing this game at all. So like I would struggle to deal with that hide and seek shit that the Sabrosians had us doing earlier, and I would once in a blue moon get here before I decided to reset the game, and I'd give this fucker his bananas. Here you go, take your bananas. You brought me a spring banana. Is it for me? I happily accept. So tasty. That was great. I am Moosh. You fed me, so I'll help you. He knows what's up. I'll give you a ride anywhere. Tap A to hover. Yeah, okay, so this bear can fly, which is, again, why he's fucking useful. And then he also can do that ground pound shit. Fairy. I need you. Come here, please. Oh my god, I'm a failure, I didn't get her. I'm actually probably going to cut the video pretty soon, but I'll wrap up what I was talking about. But I would get Moosh, and this is just like, this segment that's coming up, it's right to the left. You have to jump over like 1,000 holes with this bear's flying power, and I just could not do it. I couldn't button mash fast enough, because you have to button mash to get this fucker to fly. Let's see if I can do it in one try. Fuck. You have to button mash, and it just is so hard. And also, if you run into walls while he's flying, he just abruptly falls down, which I think is actually kind of bad game design. Shit on my nuts, dude. See, I'm not even gonna stop until I fucking die, because you know what, this is giving you the real experience of what it was fucking like to be, oh my god, please, of what it was like to be me when I was 12, and you can figure out how to do this shit. Oh my great gay god, please. I just want to get across. Oh my god, no, Moosh, why are you like this? Fuck! Okay, we can do this. Oh my god, okay, shit. Okay, so this is, we can do this. We got 2 more, we can fall into a hole 2 more times before we die. And if this doesn't fucking work, I swear to god, I'm gonna... Okay, we got it this time. Well, I'm restarting the game, okay, GG. Fuck this shit. It was just, like, it just is so, it's hard to control that little fucker, dude. Like, you don't understand. Like, getting into that hole, like, I legitimately want to restart this goddamn game right now. It is pissing me off. Like, I'm probably actually gonna have to legitimately practice this off screen and try to do it several times in between videos so that I can actually be able to get across there without embarrassing myself. Because you know what, we could have already been almost in the next dungeon by now if I didn't fuck that up. Because it's pretty we're pretty close to it. We just need that key and then to walk over to where the keyhole is up there. But anyway, so say goodbye to Moosh. I still don't like this fucker, and I dislike how he controls. And I'll catch y'all later. Thanks, and get the fuck away from me, Moosh. Thanks, and bye.